Hi, Pies. If you'd like to come on in and have a seat for some symbolic support, my name is Steph. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. I'm going to create an ink blot made in your name and essence that we are going to scry for shapes and symbols that may speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We're going to add on Tarot and Oracle. And where Mr. Ghost GIF is here kick in, we have GhostTube, the app, for any audio additions from the afterlife that may further add to our auric adventures. Overall, please do receive a release freely, and all the links are below to help a cow grow. When you're ready, let's go. As always, Pisces, thank you so much for being here. And remember, you have the power to pause, replay, revisit as much as needed, as much as you like and desire. You've got the power. And Pisces, if you know, we're here to create a portal to perceive in, less worrying about making a masterpiece. If you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel well to comment below. Any interactions with the channel is also appreciated. Pisces, I hope you're doing well. That's how it's coming through today. Lots of curly cues too.
Stephanie.
Hello. Your Kali card that came out is Moksha of Kali, number 39. If that imagery stands out to you, has any meaning, or is inspiring anything within the self. As well, Pisces, the link to your extended will be below if you're a part of the second tier Secret Tour Society. And if not, that's okay too. It's just an offering, should you wish, should you want, should you desire to want to step in. Oh, okay. There's some sort of building block coming through with that. We're almost ready, Pies, for the crease of creation to come through when you're ready. You know the drill. If you'd like to join me, or again, fast forward. This is why. Spillage. Pisces, when you are ready, if you'd like to take a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. In the name and honor of the Piscean Collective, thank you for being my muse, and may you meet a message with meaning.
More.
When you are ready, there is your ink blot. Take a moment, take a screenshot if you'd like, so you can scry later on your own time and terms. Whether you're here for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you are working with Piscean energy. I'm running towards something over here.
Listen.
Do you remember those books, depending on your age? It's like Mr. Happy. There were shapes. Mr. Happy, or one's a scribble, something along that lines. I think they had all these fun names. Part of like a higher self building block is coming in, Pies. Coming in. You've called it in. Called it in. There's an energy here. Maybe you're working with the pink ray, or again, it could be in regards to, we'll read up on this card in a few moments. My hand is out. My hand is out ready to receive this building block in the crown area of higher self. I'm gonna use the term higher self.
Always.
Oh, okay. There are something about pink trees, maybe magnolias, maybe? Pink-esque, you know, like just somewhere in there. Or like rows of Sharons, if those symbolically mean anything to you. This piece is returning home. This piece of your crown chakra, or a building block that you've called in, has been working with the heart and the solar plexus. And it can leap. I don't know what the sport skill is called. When like
Where?
horses jump over the things. I don't know, horses jump over the things. Also, people, when they do, they can jump over. Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Maybe it's like a track. Track seems to be the commonality. And then there's like these things. Like if I saw them at a construction zone and be like, the wooden things, like don't come in here. But these people can like leap over them, like jump, and they do like this weird leg thing, like lift a knee. Oh, if you know what this skill or sport is called, track or track meet, but there's, what are they called? Anyway, leaps. I feel like this piece, this thing that you're calling in or what you've done will momentum in leaps.
Hot.
That's what that feels like. Sorry if I butchered it, but it is what it is. Somebody's smoking a cigarette in spirit. He has passed. It is a gentleman. I'm seeing very specifically in Beetlejuice. If you know me, I'm a big Beetlejuice fan. But this symbol's never come up before. So when they're in the waiting room, and then there's the guy with the cigarette, but he's like charcoal. And he's like, do you want a cigarette? Like, no thanks. I'm also seeing the alien from American Dad. Interesting. So the way I'm seeing that, it's in relation to this male smoking spirit. And with the alien from American Dad, it's making me feel like I don't know about something in the attic. Maybe there's like an energy in the attic of the mind, especially coming into this crown space. If I wander down another rabbit hole, if I may, as it's like stepping in, I don't know if some of you smell smoke and it reminds you of somebody. Or if there's an energy in your environment, it could even be at work. It seems to stay up higher in a way. But does interact with the environment overall. But it seems like there's like I don't want to be creepy about it, but you're here, so we're always a little spooky. It's almost like this space where it kind of nests, but I don't want it to sound, ooh, you know what I mean? It's just that's where it kind of like stays out of the way. Like, what's his name from the alien from American Dad? Roger. So, and he's up in the attic, but it can change. Abigail. And maybe Abigail also means something to you. So that's what's making me feel like. It's just kind of like that's where he hangs out. And we'll come down and visit and interact, whether this is a workplace, maybe you're working somewhere that has a history of somebody that has passed, or I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a relative that lets you know they're around. And like they kind of move like a cigarette smoke of sorts. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Okay. We're going to read the Kali card as well.
Why is she here?
Oh, and my candle just went out, I think. I think my candle's done. Sorry, give me a moment. Or apologies, pardon.
Okay.
Where am I going? Where am I going here? There's like love-making romance going on over there. Romance. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm seeing over there. I'm going to come down here. I'm feeling a little devilish, though, down here, if I may. Little devilish. Whatever the devil symbol means to you, if you want to follow traditional, metaphysical, wander out into any area that it suits, like intuitively following that. But I am seeing the devil energy here. Again, it's not in a blood red color, so it's not in my root generating space. This feels softer.
Aquarius.
This feels softer. Yeah, exactly. Almost as if like a cusp. Like if you wanted to wander to Capricorn, a cusp of something. And if you've ever seen the show, your pretty face is going to HE double hockey sticks. HE double hockey sticks? Your pretty face is going to hell. There's something comical about this. I feel like I work in an office environment, and you might have some sort of sensation about something, some sort of energy in this office environment. Something about a dew claw as well. A dew claw. 39.
Jim.
Hi, Jim. How are you? Okay. Card 39. So I'm really relating into this card because I want to slide it in, like the button of the lotus here, and right in amongst here. Moksha of Kali. Her passionate desire for your liberation is unflagging, and so your relief shall come swiftly. She is speaking to you from within. She is the voice of reassurance. Can you hear her? Trust her. Soon you will see things in a better light. You are going to be liberated from the struggle you are currently experiencing. Be true to yourself and your life path, and you will attract the way forward as obstacles disappear. Do not turn away, for you are destined to overcome all opposition, bringing your sacred path to fruition. Moksha in Sanskrit terms means freedom, in the sense of complete self-actualization and spiritual liberation. Okay, so that's gorgeous. I'm going to acknowledge something up here when I was talking about romance as well.
Believe.
Might be for somebody specific, but it came through. I jaunted towards the bigger picture, but it's still kind of sticking in my craw. And the Moksha card actually liberated my mind from trying to, because it's uncomfortable. If there's a situation where, not to use that word, interactions were forced in the same bedroom area, I feel as though something is helping you, this piece of you, this piece of liberation is returning. Hi.
Can you repeat?
Hi, Hulu. Hi, how you doing, baby boy? Because there's scaffolding around the heart when I follow that story, scaffolding around the heart. And that's where it draws me down to the devil in the other way. So I'm just going to send out my condolences and my absolute feeling of strength, your perseverance to move through that healing and move through the mindscape of this, if it had something to do with a person maybe who is now passed on, an older gentleman. I'm going to say I'm proud of you as Steph.
Over here.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I don't want to wash over that, but I do want to acknowledge that if that message is for somebody specifically. The dew claw is of light. Thank you. Okay. Pies. I'm going to keep going. This also, wow, this is very interesting. This gives me like a haunted feeling of like my mind. It's almost like of a poltergeist feel, and I'm sorry. But there's such a beauty to this ink blot, but it
Stay with me.
but it's very clearly there's another rabbit hole, and I don't want to fight it. I don't want to fight it either, right? And maybe some pies are feeling that. I don't want to fight it. No, I'm tired of fighting myself. You know, okay. Yeah, I'm tired of fighting myself. Is that the self, if I may? Sorry, one moment. Because some of you might be feeling haunted in your own homes, in your own hearts. And it is very much so a safe place here to admit that or to feel that. and acknowledge that, but like almost in a weird way, like freeing it and releasing it to
Rope.
not releasing it in this way of I'm ignoring and just dealing with it, but the charge of it to what you believe in, the greater spirit, to receive help. And perhaps it is the moksha of Kali, to be liberated from the struggle you might be currently experiencing. She is the voice of reassurance. Okay. All right. There might have been a time for some of you that you might have felt isolated, or you self-isolated for... It's like isolating into the shadow self for introspection of how you wish to move forward. I'm seeing a porcupine, this porcupine of purity. Can I write that down? I'm already horrible enough.
Stop recording.
I'm already horrible enough with titles. But sometimes I'm just like porcupine of purity, because this is what I feel like is happening. I also believe there is a meaning to the porcupine needles, or whatever they're called. And I forgive me, I don't know them, but I do feel like there's a sacredness about them. I'm also seeing a very specific kind of hammer. I don't know enough about hammers, but there it is. Excuse me. I'm also seeing, who is it? It's a Muppet. It's not Grover, but it's kind of like Grover, but they're like a red one. Or did Grover have a brother? Pisces. We're here for Pisces. Scaffolding around the heart, man. So much work is being done. I feel like I'm getting a makeover. I feel like I'm getting a makeover. And kind of like how Roger from American Dad can give himself makeovers a lot and become...
No energy.
To become. You also might have kept your distance. Yeah, see? Upheaval and wrath. There's something in... Now, Pies, if this isn't you directly, you know me, it's like you're keeping your distance. From any of this, because I feel like you've been through something. Personal, professional, corporate, creative, romantic, platonic, all the yada yadas and all the channels. Because there's a brilliance here. But it's like, in order for me to... I'm worried it's an illusion. This is what I'm worried about. This is how I feel. Maybe it's a job offer and you're like, I don't know, is it real? Or maybe it's a romantic connection or platonic friendship and you're looking for friends, like you're coming out, after some time and you're like, I want to make friends now, or I'd like to meet new people or get a new job or whatever the case is. And you're like, I don't know. Because whatever you have completed, you've been living with for some time. And Moksha of Kali comes through to reassure you of your reflective work. Keeping your distance from illusions, but also not, if I may, I'm not trying to be insensitive. And I definitely don't ever mean it that way, but not driving yourself crazy. It's so you can live in peace versus maybe having to work through, or maybe you're working with certain healers or therapies or medical professionals or career people that can help you, whatever those job people, sorry, forgive me, apply it where it fits to help you move through. Maybe you want to change living countries and there's all this paperwork and it's just like driving you crazy. And there's some sort of upheaval of moving your life from here to there.
What date is it?
And it's like, it's going to be worth it, but you don't want to be... It's like you might be like a little worried, like, am I lying to myself? I got to acknowledge, though, because it's staring at me right here. I see the sacred space with the nest and the eggs and the 2 birds. And I feel like this is a positive thing. Yeah, see? Because you have this anomalous kind of energy with you. This is like that porcupine of purity. It's like the porcupine pills. I don't know what they're called. That porcupine of purity here, way up here. It's like these are all the pieces, I'm going to say, of like the poltergeist, of things that maybe you've been through, changes, hurts, healings, the transmutations. And you're coming out shining bright, and it's almost like that's devastating to these
dead
others. Because they were trying to hurt you, or maybe you've been through hurt. Some sort of wrath. For somebody specifically, you were not being punished if you feel like you were being punished, like universally speaking. There might have been a power dynamic that was really off. I also got to acknowledge, I'm so sorry. Yeah, maybe somebody did get shot. Because this could be grief. But this, it's like I'm living with it. Especially if somebody took their own existence, animated existence. They might have been influenced by something. Just another energy. I'm going to put that out there. Sorry. I don't mean this to be so paranormal and creepy, but I do got to acknowledge where it's going and be earnest with the energy that's stepping forward in the event that it's meaningful message for one person. So I appreciate it if you're here or holding space for others to receive this message.
Am I a ghost?
You are, yes. Yeah, because they might have been being influenced by something. I don't know how else to say that. I was seeing and I say because it's just one of those movies from when I was a kid that just still sticks with me to this day, obviously by my reaction. One of the Poltergeist movies, and very specifically, it's like Carol Ann. Like the gift of being her. And like there's this older gentleman with the black hat, like whistling down the walk, like outside the sidewalk. Oh, frig, it haunts me to this day. Anyway, so you know what I mean. Also, if I may, and not to jump away from that, if that message is meaningful for somebody specifically, there's also somebody else here that's very, very gifted in the realm of spirit. This doesn't have to be in the dark, kind of corners of like the dark web or whatnot. But for somebody, you might be very adept, or you know how to navigate the dark web. I don't even know if that's a real thing. But I'm going to throw it out there as it came through, the dark web. For others, I feel as though I am able to work with supernatural is the word I want to use, the supernatural.
Weak.
And you might be at a time right now where you're recuperating, and I'm hearing, please take a vacation. Please take a vacation. Okay. Closing out messages for Pisces. Like I said, if you want to join me for the extended, we'll give it a flip and we'll scry it from the other side. There's somebody playing music for me here. They're sitting. Also something about a gecko. And a magnetizing horseshoe is in there. Slow and steady wins the race. There is no race. It brings me into, okay, so there is no race, but it kind of brings me into the song by Muse. Maybe it's supremacy, but I don't know. They talk about it's a race. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. And you are going to win. You have way too much purity on your side.
Have you been
like
before?
the pieces that you've purged, there's a purging of almost like this poltergeist energy, but it gets to apply because I'm seeing when pigs fly up here, and being able to like nourish the whole self.
Pig.
The whole self. And you did that. You did that. You're doing it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna head on over to the other side, Scry, if you'd like to join me, but if not, Pisces, thank you so much for being my muse, and until next time, so much love. Bye.